Previously on Northwest Fishing Fanatics.
That's not bad.
Oh yeah, come on. Let's go.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We went back to the bottom. Got myself a steely, baby. As you can imagine, I get these comments. Of course, it's the internet, so everybody feels like they have something to say, right? It got me thinking about the Karate Kid. So you have two different seafoods. You have one school of thought where it's all bam, 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 you know, kill or be killed. On the other side of the spectrum, you have Mr. Miyagi or Jackie Chan in the newest one, where it's all about, you know, finding inner strength, you know, focus, self-control, and discipline. I'm the Miyagi, Jackie Chan type of fisherman, where I go out to enjoy the peace and tranquility of the outdoors, and if the fish gods allow, I'll catch and maybe even land a fish. So if you guys want to watch those other kind of videos, you know, where it's rah, 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 go watch those videos. There's a lot of them out there. But that's not what this channel is about. This channel is about me, my life, and what I do. So if you like this channel, then please continue to watch. If this kind of stuff is not for you, then there's lots of other stuff out there. Go find it. Make yourself happy. You know, there's no reason to go ranting and raving about something that you just don't like or don't appreciate or can't understand. But anyway, okay, I've talked enough. I use non-ethanol fuel and a little bit of seafoam just because. But I don't like to fill it up all the way because I don't want that extra weight. It gets better fuel efficiency when I keep about a half a tank or somewhere around there. Well, they got me 3/4 of a tank. But before I do any fishing, I have to do some work. I have to fix that fence post out there. Make sure we got some bar oil in here, and we do. Hammer, nails, shovel. Okay, let's see here. I don't need a rail. I need a post, sledgehammer, a few wedges, and a lot of ambition. And you can see already, this one here is already starting to split on its own. So, one of these days, we'll split one up, and you can help me. You can hold the wedge. So what I did is I cut them into small parts or small pieces for rails. Then I also leave them, some of them, in bigger pieces like this for posts. That way I can just use them as I need them as the fence starts to fall apart. Oh, yeah. Wow. Look at that. It's like rubber. Gotta be some kind of mold coming out of it. Doesn't smell like anything, but it's rubbery. That's crazy. Hi. Has a lot of character, so I kind of want to maintain the same style of fence that my dad put up. Besides, it's fast, it's easy. I have all the cedar that I need, you know, to keep it like this, and it looks nice. It's been like this for a long time. Nothing fancy. You hear that a lot, right? Nothing fancy. I don't do anything fancy. All I have to do is cut a new post and then put it right here. So now that we know where it needs to go, I'll just put the hole right about there. Okay, now I'm going to use a extremely sophisticated method of measurement. I'm going to take this extremely sophisticated tool, stick it in the hole, eyeball the surface, measure the height of the other pole over here, or post over here, where it needs to be, which it looks like it's about 6 inches less. Then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to lay this over here, double it up, and then make it about 6 inches less, which is about right there. Now let's get this thing over there. Get it in the hole. According to my precise calculations, this ought to lay pretty level. Nice and level. Now that she's all level, all I need to do is steal these nails out of here on the end, nail this down, nail it down on the other side just to reinforce it, fill up the hole. This fence has been here for so long. These galvanized nails are probably 20, 30 years old at least, and they come right out because the wood has rotted around them and they're still like brand new. And look how rotten this old wood is. Look at this. It just crumbles right in your hand. Foot stomp. Toss a few leaves around it. Like it never happened. Ow! That is sure sharp. Son of a bitch. Wow. Ouch. That is a sharp hook, let me tell you. Oh! Dang. There's got to be a fish here. There just has to be. I say that every single time I fish this spot. Actually, I say that every single time I fish any spot. So I'm always thinking, man, there's got to be a fish. Come on. Come on, baby, got to be a fish, right? They were sitting right in here. Could have spooked them anywhere. I don't see them now. Let's give this area a shot. Yeah, the last spot I made, like 3 hours worth of drifts. Bobber dogging, floating, I twitched, everything. Threw the kitchen sink at them. I don't think there's just the numbers up here. I'm going to dissect this hole. 5 casts starting from the right to the left. 5 casts starting from the left to the right. See if we can't find out if there's a coho in there wants to play. I see a corky floating over there. Oh, well, I twitched the daylights out of this spot. Floated eggs. And there's nothing here. No fish. There's the same amount of fish here as there was in the other spot. So I'm gonna run up to another hole right around the corner here. Lots of dead, spawned out fish. That's not what we want though, we want the live ones. Let's toss this Brad's Wiggler around. See if something wants to take advantage of this offering right here that I am more than willing to give them. There's just a slow retrieve with this. Now these things float. So what I like to do is I like to throw it out there, let it sit for just a minute, let it float to the surface, let things calm down a little bit, and then start retrieving. Just a nice slow retrieve. And this spot, just like most of the other spots, you know, when the fish are in, they, you know, you can see them surfacing, jumping, rolling. But the fish just are not in up here yet. If they were, you'd see more of them. Instead of the occasional one every 2 hours, you'd see one fish rolling every 10 minutes. You can see it pop up to the surface once it settles in a little bit. One year I was here with my oldest son. It was quite a while ago. Back when we used to have really heavy numbers of fish. And right underneath that tree, right over there, you had to get the cast just perfectly, but because the fish were right up against the bank underneath that tree. And if you hit it just right, you were gonna catch a fish. And we sat in this one spot right here and just caught fish after fish after fish. Let me see if we can do that again. See if there's any fish over there. Ancestors of the fish that were caught that one year. Now there is a lot of trees down in here, especially on the other side, as you can see. But the beauty about these Brad's Wigglers, oh, I got some weeds, is that, you know, they're swimming like this. They got their nose down. And of course, with the single sea-wash hook with the barrel swivel on there, it's trailing behind. So then it's like this, going back and forth, wiggling like that. And then when it bumps into a log or a branch, if you just stop, it'll float back up over top of it. So they don't hang up that often. As long as you're not setting the hook like a madman every time you bump into something you think you have a fish on. When you have a fish, I mean, you'll know. Because it'll fight back. There it is. I just bumped into something. And oh, there goes a fish. Did you see that fish? So there's a fish in here. There's at least one. But you see what I mean? I bumped into something, I stopped, and then it just floated up over top of it. Well, apparently they don't want this one either. Well, apparently they don't want this one either. Well, I'm on the last bit of this drift. My last egg chunk. One last cast here into this other spot before I call her quits. I mean, it's just about quits anyway. It's getting dark. I'm gonna have to stop so I can run back down. I mean, I know the river really well. I just don't like to run it when it's too dark. It's getting dark. I need to run back down to my house. Oh, I don't want to do that if it's too dark. If you're still watching this video, I gotta commend you. I gotta hand it to you. Thank you very much. Oh, it's so disheartening to fish all day and not catch any fish. As a matter of fact, I guess I don't feel all that bad because it's not like the fish were jumping all over the place and I couldn't catch them. I could probably count the amount of times I've seen fish jump and roll on one hand, and that's a 6-mile stretch of river that I've been fishing. And so that's not good as far as fish numbers go. That makes me feel a little bit better. It would be really bad if there were fish jumping all around the place and I couldn't catch anything. Peace, love, tight lines, and I'll see you on the water.
If you liked this video, be sure to check out our other videos where you'll join us on the ocean catching kings and silver salmon, lakes catching kokanee trout and landlocked coho. We'll also be working our riverfront homestead and harvesting venison. Stay tuned for more fishing and hunting and outdoor adventure videos. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button so you get notifications of new uploads. Thank you for watching.